Should you always stand for the national anthem? It's a part of every American sporting event, but what do you think is right? Now, on The Brew.
This might be one of the more controversial episodes of Brew we've ever had, and that is, should you or do you have to stand for the national anthem? Joel, what do you think?
Nope. Do whatever you want. Usually I'm using it to get a beer or take a piss. And when me and Joe were in St. Louis last year, we used it to get better seats by walking around it. It was great.
I forgot about that. That's right. This is a tough one because a lot of people are going to be like, absolutely, you have to. But on paper, there's no law that says you must stand up for this. As part of your free speech, if you take the Constitution to the letter as it is, you actually technically don't have to. Now, it's like tipping. It's ingrained in you that you should, and it is a sign of respect. But at the same time, are you going to get arrested if you do it? No. But there are a lot of people that will scream at you like you are because it's just like where you're forced to tip extra, like you have to do this. So it becomes a little controversial, but I understand too, if I'm a soldier and I come back from war and I'm in a game and the colors are up that I fought for, I would like people to stand up and do that. But at the same time, you can't yell at people. And I've seen people, I remember we were at a game at Madison Square Garden, Joel, and somebody yelled at you to take your hat off during it, and you were like, nope, and the guy got all offended.
Yeah, I guess I didn't do it fast enough for him. Wasn't patriotic. But hey, if not taking your hat off is unpatriotic, then what about everybody, Golden Knights fan? Knights! What about stars or O's or all the other shit that everybody yells in every single sport during the anthem? Or what about breaking flag code by wearing it on clothing? Did you guys think about that? Or sitting on a towel that has a flag? That's also breaking flag code. So I'm not with the the hypocrite, and go ahead and
yeah, it's interesting. Or how about they make you stand for the Pledge of Allegiance in school? Like every school starts with that. So is it your right to refuse to do that? But yeah, they make you do that now. It's just like, now look, I have no problem at a Yankee game where they do the in a seventh inning stretch, they recognize a soldier and everybody stands up and takes your cap off and applaud. Yeah, that's a difference. And I will stand up for that person because they actually fought for my right to make that decision. So you know what? Congratulations. Thank you for your service. I will stand up and tip my cap to you. You're helping keep us safe. That's different than where we, the rules from 1776 come back in and doing the whole standing for national anthem. It's a controversial one, though. I mean, this is there's no easy answer on this subject.
But you know what's funny too? If you go back before 2005, this wasn't even a thing. They kept politics out of sports. Remember then?
They did keep politics out of sports, but you still had to stand for the pledge in school. It's kind of the same thing.
Right. But that's indoctrination. We already talked about that. But yeah.
I mean, and look, every country has that. The Germans, do it. I mean, Japanese, they all have their own version of it too. So we're not alone in the planet. It's just, it's a patriotic thing, I guess.
Joe, I have a question for you then. Because when we were in the UK, we went to the London series. For the people that are watching, that's the context behind this. So when they did, Great Britain, their national anthem, and Canada, when we're at hockey games, what do you think about that? Do you do the same thing, or is it more like how the Oilers were standing and reciting the Pledge of Allegiance during the Stanley Cup, and the Florida fans were booing "O Canada"? Talk about disrespectful.
Yeah, look, I'm on the edge of this. I don't like when politics and sport gets in the way of sports. Like, I work hard and I use sports as an escape. I don't want that all shoved onto the ice into my face. I'm at a game paying for a ticket. I even think all that stuff should move in between periods also. Like, the game's about to start, everybody's standing there, you got your nachos in your hand, you're ready for the game, the athletes are all pumped up, ready to go, and then, hold on, let's stop for a minute and play the national anthem. Like, we get what country we're from. Like, it's okay. Like, I think it's one of those things, and society needs to change a little bit, and it is changing, but we can move that and put it somewhere else. I know, probably.
That's a great idea. I agree. I never heard anybody bring that up, but that's actually a great idea. Put it in intermission, or put it during, a timeout. Why not?
Because then the respect is still there, and everybody wins. Like, it's...
Yeah, you can put it on TV while everyone's going pissing or chugging a beer or getting some nachos or whatever.
Yeah, so all right, simple answer. Hey, at least we're offering solutions of problems on this show instead of bitching like on most shows.
You're mad about one of our answers.
Well, hey, let's Let's see what our viewers got to say about this one. We did get quite a few answers. Titletown Unit says 100% yes. Oh, and sends the gift of the kid tipping the Jeter cap. I like that. Brett says no one is ever forced to do that. And Starman says this is hard because you want to give respect, at the same time nobody does the research to see how the U.S. enemies made this a thing for their armies. All right, that answer kind of confuses me a little bit. I guess, does that mean like...
I know it's going out of left field, but I don't think that's the primary concern when people are putting these in the program.
Yeah, I guess the only answer I can come up with that, I guess there are some countries where when you become an age, a man, you turn 18, you have to go into service. So maybe that's what he's referencing. That's just, different countries have different rules. We don't do that here unless you get drafted at some point or you volunteer. I guess that's what he's thinking. I don't know. I'm kind of lost that answer.
I think more 18-year-olds here are getting drafted into playing Call of Duty.
Oh, yeah. That's a whole other topic about what. Yeah. And all right, well, hey, thanks for all your great answers to this controversial one. And you want to talk more? Click that like, subscribe button for all the fun here in the Big Jersey Joe 50 YouTube channel. Some lighter topics in this one, some harder ones in this too. But hey, we bring it up right here because it's Bar Talk every week. And we thank you for all your great answers. And we do thank those soldiers, like I said, that serve for us to make sure we are free to get out and do what we do every day in our country. And that's a good thing. And everybody's family has probably at least somebody that serves in the military at some point.
Absolutely. Yep.
Or at least all the way back to George Washington, because we're all from the same gene pool somewhere.
Oh, God.
Yeah. All right, hey, enough of that. Thanks for all your great answers. Thanks for watching Jersey Joe and I, and saying we'll see you next time.
Jersey Joe takes a ride in a self-driving car and takes you along. Streaming right now on Kicking Back with Jersey Joe.